Alright, so my Uncle Joe is getting married soon, and I want to do this Throwback Thursday for my Uncle Joe, because he's getting married soon, and this is a Throwback Thursday to when we used to go fishing all the time. Now, he's been busy a lot and everything, and some memories of when we used to go fishing, and just chalking up on the puppy right now. But anyway, so this Throwback Thursday is from Uncle Joe. So my Uncle Joe watches my channel. I don't think he constantly watches it or something. I think he watches it every now and then. But anyway, so my Uncle Joe's bachelor party is going to be on Saturday, and I want to do this video from Uncle Joe. Or I call him Uncle. Anyway, my Uncle Joe used to bring me, well, he still tells us every now and then, if he's got time. He says, you guys want to go fishing? And, we don't go fishing with him that much anymore, and because he works, and, he's, we're getting older, so, it's not like, but, every now and then, he offers us to go fishing, and sometimes we can't because we got work too, and, Anyway, I want to do this video from Uncle Joe. So this is a Throwback Thursday for my Uncle Joe. So, my uncle, when Gander Mountain was in business, I remember we used to go to Gander Mountain all the time, and we used to get fishing bait and fishing hooks and worms and fishing poles, and well, not fishing poles all the time, but when we needed them, we would get fishing poles, and we used to go to Gander all the time when it was Gander Mountain, and we used to go to the live bait section of Gander Mountain, and where there was live bait, like minnows, and I think even leeches were there too. They used to have leeches too, and we used to go to Gander Mountain, and we used to go to Walmart too to get fishing poles, and we used to go to Grimshaw's, which was a local fishing store. Well, it was a local bait and tackle place that we used to go to called Grimshaw's. Unfortunately, that's not in business anymore. But we used to go to Grimshaw's all the time when we were little. Way before Gander Mountain was a thing, we used to go to Grimshaw's. That's the earliest place I remember going with my uncle to go shopping was at Grimshaw's. Like the first place I ever remember going with him to go shopping. And when I was little, when I was a baby, basically, I was like a couple months old. My mom would be working at Delegard's, which is like a perfume clothing, or not clothing, but perfume fragrance warehouse where they make like perfumes and colognes and bath stuff and stuff like that. So my mom would be working there, and my uncle would be going to work. School. He was like, I think he was like, actually, I really don't know how old he was, but he was like at least 13, 14, or 15 when I was born. And around that time that he was around the age, I was really attached to my uncle. I looked up at him like not as an uncle, but like an older brother, I guess, or something, or also uncle too. But I always looked up to my Uncle Joe as a mentor. And when I was an infant, or not infant, but like a couple months old, I would go to my Nina's place, my grandmother's. I call her Nina, and I would go to her house, and my Uncle Joe would be going to school, and I would wait until my Uncle Joe. I would sleep in my Uncle Joe's bed when I was an infant, or like a couple months old, and I would, when I was a baby, I really attached to my Uncle Joe, and then when I was like, a little kid too, I was really attached to my Uncle Joe, and he taught me a lot too. He taught me how to ride a bike. He taught me how to fish and stuff like that. And we used to go to Taco Bell at the time, and that's how I kind of got how I started to drink Baja Blast and like Taco Bell because my Uncle Joe used to bring me to Taco Bell all the time to get tacos. Or we didn't like get like a lot. We would get like a couple soft tacos or crunchy tacos, and that's how I kind of like Taco Bell because of my Uncle Joe. He loved Taco Bell. I don't think he eats it anymore. He eats a little bit. He eats healthier now. Well, I mean, he used to eat healthier too, but he doesn't really eat Taco Bell like he used to. I don't even think he goes to fast food restaurants anymore. But um, he kind of got me into liking Taco Bell and going fishing. And one time when I was like, must have been 7 or 8 years old, we went to my grandmother lived at another house. She lived in another house. She lived on like it was called Kane Street, and she lived there, and she was in a trailer, and back behind her trailer was the river. And me and my cousin wanted to go fishing, or not fishing, swimming. And we used to go down to the river, but it was too dangerous for us. So my Uncle Joe made like this rock pile uh, to swim. So me and my cousin could swim, and my sister and my other cousins could swim. And he made like this little like dam or something like out of huge rocks. The rocks were like probably like this big. That's how big the rocks were. So we would be able to swim. And sometimes we get like bait and stuff out of there too, like little minnows and stuff to fish with. And we would go to the lake and we would fish there. We would go to the bridge to fish. Like there's like a little road next to the bridge to fish, and me and my cousin and my Uncle Joe would go fishing there, and so we would go fishing a lot. We'd go swimming a lot. We would do a lot of things with my Uncle Joe. So my Uncle Joe used to watch me and my sister and my cousin Greg and my other cousins, and my Aunt Holly would too. But we would go fishing and stuff like that. We don't do a lot of stuff like that anymore because, of course, like I said, we're growing up. Me and my cousin both work. My uncle works, and it's kind of hard to do stuff with my uncle. But anyway, this is a throwback story from my Uncle Joe. And anyway, Throwback Thursday. Thanks for watching. Peace.